Hello guys, most welcome in the UPSC welfare channel. See, as we know that we are trying to revise all the questions which has been frequently asked already by the UPSC. Those questions are the BVI for you, the prelims as well as the maths examination, of course, because if you prepare the objective also, that will of course give you valid point in your subjective writing, also in your maths as well as the interview. And one thing is always, of course, to remind you that knowledge never goes waste. Of course, it will be really helpful at any cost in any situation, of course. So see, 40 number question is saying article of Indian Constitution till the President make reference to the Supreme Court to seek the court opinion on the Constitution, of course, the constitutional validity of the Election Commission decision on deferring the Gujarat Assembly election in 2002, because it has been asked, of course, in 2003. So 143 article is the thing, of course, the President can make. Because under the article 143 provide the power to the President to consult the Supreme Court, of course. So that's why B will be correct. It has been clearly mentioned under the article of the 143. Now, which one of the following the article of the Constitution provide that it shall be duty of the Union to protect the every state against external aggressions and internal disturbance. So this will be, what will be the correct? 355. 41 is going to be, of course, because 215 article 125 article, of course, especially 215 article is saying that a High Court to be court of record, and 275 article is saying grant from the Union to the certain state, and article 325 is related to your election. So you have the choice only on the A. Now match the list to see. This is also VVI, my dears, because it's always asking time to times in all government competitive exam. It's going to ask because I mean, from which country this provision was derived in world, especially the preparing the Indian Constitution. So see, in Indian Constitution provision, from which country it has been derived, and from which country it was first of all derived, that the provision has been, of course, especially taken in now in the Constitution. So see, directive principle of the state policy, this provision has been taken from the Ireland, of course, no doubt, and fundamental duty, of course, the America, and concurrent list and union state relation, that is from the Australia, and of course I mean the India is the union of a state and the greater power to the union, that will be, of course, the Canada. So A is going to be here 3, A is going to be 3, and B is going to be 5. So B is going to 5, C is going to be C is going to be especially 1, C, of course, C is going to be 1. So Australia, so this one will be correct. D. You will have the confused here C and D, but remember that union, as we know, the state as the union of a state with a greater power to the union, that has this the provision is taken from the especially, yes, Canada, no doubt. So D will be here correct. Now, which of the following bill must be passed by the each houses of the parliamentary, of course, separately by the special majority? So this will be constitutional amendment bill, of course. Why it is so? Because 43, as we know, this provision has been already given clearly in 368 article. Now see, 44. Which one of the following the constitutional amendment are related to the raising the number of the member of Lok Sabha to be elected from the state? That is, of course, 7th and 31st Amendment. Why it is shown? See, further explanation. 7th Seventh Amendment Act 1956 provide for the composition of the House of the People and readjustment after every census. No doubt. Now, 21st Amendment Act 90, of course, that was amended in 1973. This amendment provides for raising the upper limit of the representation of the state in the Lok Sabha from 500 to 525 and also reducing 31st Amendment Act 1973 that also provide that reducing the upper limit for the representation of union territory from 25 to 20. So that's why C will be correct. Now C. 75. Which one of the following the schedule of the constitution lists its name and the state? No, of course that will be. Because see, this is your mnemonic, my dears. The reminder that NSO, National Social, of course, National Social, NSOA, C, of course, C, SL, Social, just I made a mnemonic according to my especially whatever the strategy, and AAPM. So see, N is you are going to be a new creation of the state and naming, and S is going to salary emolument, O is oath and the formation, A is allocation seats in the register. Of course, C is going to be the controlling administration in Matam. Matam is going to be a Manipur, of course, Assam, Tripura, Mizoram. And except Matam, that will be 6 schedule. 7 is your separation of the power, as we no doubt, and 8 is going to language reform, and 9 is going to be allocation, of course, the fundamental right and judiciary that is related to, and land reforms, and that can be, of course. So 9th and the 10th is, as we know, that anti-defection, and 10 is going to anti-defection law, and Prime Minister PM is going to be a P is going to Panchayati Raj, that is your coming under the 11th schedule, and 12th schedule is going to be a, that is your municipality. Now last the questions of this. See 46. So which one of the following the statement is correctly described for the 4th schedule? So I have already mentioned to you that the 4th schedule is going to be a allocation seats of the state council, of course. So that will be a, which one is going to be, of course, this will be correct. Because remind your by making your own mnemonic all the schedules, 12 schedule, because question is repeated again and again from the, of course, in each examination of the prelims of UPSC as well as the government competitive and another exam also, my dear. Now 47. See, with reference to the in the parliament, of course, which one of the following is not correct? So appropriations, that is your money bill, of course, must be passed by the both houses of parliament before it can be enacted to law. No, only on the Lok Sabha, not the mandatory that Rajya Sabha is going to pass or not. So it will be a correct. Why? Because it is incorrect. Here is asking that not correct. Now see, no money bill shall be withdrawn from the consolidated fund of India except under the appropriation made by the appropriation. That's absolutely, of course, and finance bill is required for the proposing, of course, of course, new taxes, but no addition bill act is required for making the change in the rate of the tax which is already under the operation. That is absolutely correct, and no money bill can be introduced except on the recommendation of the president. No, that can be introduced. So A is going to be correct according to questions. Because see, no money bill can be introduced except the recommendation of the president. So that is absolutely correct, of course. Once again, that was 47 questions, of course. Once again, that's appropriation bill is a money bill. Remember that in the case of the money bill, as we know, Rajya Sabha, in case of the money bill, Rajya Sabha has only recommendatory power. Remind you that needn't to be passed by the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha only one. Just I am the recommendatory power. That's all, but not the mandatory. That's especially whatever the Rajya Sabha is recommending on the money. Well, that will be mandatory to implement option. That no need. So that's why I mean here. It will be a correct. Now 48. No, sorry, it will be because here not correct has been given. Now see 48. Which one the following the article of the Constitution India that says that executive power of every state to be show exercise, not to impede and prejudice in the exercise the executive power of the union. So that will be of course a no need to doubt. Why will be 48 is going to be because as we know 258 see 258 article that is saying the power of the union to confer the power on the state in the certain case, and 355 as we know that any external allegation and internal of course disturbance that will be a duty of the union government to protect in the state. That is clearly defined. And 358 that is of course that is your state emergency. That can be of course the presidency rule. So in that condition of course your the fundamental right that's the freedom of the expression that is coming under the article of 19 that will be suspended. This has been clearly defined under the article of the 358. So which one is going to be a prejudice in the exercise of the executive power of the union? So definitely A will be a correct. But my dears, the reminder that this article is very important. That's your freedom of the expression, the speech. That can be the suspended and while the emergency is going to be. Means which article? This article attack on the especially 19 article. That is your freedom of the expression speech, of course. Now, see, match the list of the constitutions. This is the fundamental right, of course. So which one is going to be the 49? 49 as we know that which one is going to be the correct? See 14 article of course the state shall not deny to any person equality before the law, of course, and equal protection of the law within the union territory of India. So 14 is going to be of course 14 is going to be a 14 article is going to be a 2. So A is going to be 2, so this one and this one. Now we have the choice 50-50. Let's have it. 15 article. 15 articles that the state shall not discriminations against any citizen. Of course, 14 to 18 article. Remind us here in the fundamental right. There's the right to equality. It refers. So that's why this will be absolutely also correct, because yes, in the 15 article it has been clearly defined that yes, a state shall to discriminate any, of course, shall to discriminate against any citizen on the grounds only of the religion, caste, sex, races, place of the birth, or any of the terms. So and 16 article that is also of course related to your of course that will be related to your there shall not, of course, see there shall be equality opportunity, of course the equal opportunity for all citizens in matter relating to the employment or appointment to any office under the state. So that will be here. So D will be of course the 3, that's untouchability. That is a 17 article that is a clear dimension. That's of course we have to untouchability is abolished, of course, and it's the practice in any form is forbidden, of course, and that is it. So C will be a correct here. 49 is going to be C, because as we know that these all are fundamental right, and that is coming under the 3. Yes, parts 3 of Indian constitutions. Now, which one of the following? Let's have see. Which one of the following the Constitution of India that says that no child below the age of the 14 years shall the employed to the work in any factory or mine or engage in any other hazardous employment. Which article is the same? This is of course very important. This the question has been repeated of course, repeated the many times, my dear. So see, 24 article that is clearly defined, of course, that's your fundamental right under the parts 3 of Indian constitutions. That is going to, of course, thus under the 14 years, of course, any child, no one child, yes, below the 14 years shall be employed to work. So 14, A will be a correct answer. Last question of this video. See the constitution. Consider the following a statement that ninth part of the constitution of the provision for the panchayat and was inserted by the Constitution Amendment Act 1992. So 51, that is absolutely correct. That's yes, ninth part and 73rd amendment, of course, that is the provision for panchayati Raj system, of course, was inserted in the 1992 of course, especially the constitutional amendment. So this is absolutely correct. Second ones, yes, ninth part A of the constitution contains the provision for the municipality, and under the article 243, yes, and which is two types of the municipality. Municipalities as the municipal council and municipal corporation of corporation for every state. So this one is going to be 51, is going to be, of course, this is wrong. So that's why especially A will be correct. Why it is so? 2 will be incorrect because it has been clearly mentioned in, of course, C. So, 74th constitutional amendment in 1992, which the contents of the provision for, of course, the 73rd amendment that is for related to the panchayati Raj, and 74th that is your municipality. So as we know that constitutional amendment act 1992, which the contents the provision for the municipalities, but under the article 243 Q in which says the 3 types, not 2 types municipalities. Yes, there are 3 types of the municipalities. First is your Nagar Panchayat for, of course, transitional areas, and second your municipal council for smaller urban areas, and municipal corporation for your larger urban area. So that's why it's going to be wrong, to my dear, because it's not 2 types, 3 types. One is your Nagar Panchayat, second is your, of course, municipal council, and third one your municipal corporation. Municipal corporation for larger urban areas, municipal council for a smaller urban area, and Nagar Panchayat, that is your transitional area. And as we know that parts 9, 11th schedule was added in the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992, of course, with the contents and the provision for the Panchayati Raj, yes, and 9th schedule, 12th schedule, that is your for Panchayati Raj. First Panchayati Raj system was introduced in Nagaur district of Rajasthan, of course, state of Rajasthan, and municipal corporations, and that's what in Madras, remind that. So this is all about in this video tutorial. Next question I will proceed in next video tutorial. Once again, it's my humble request that if my video is being benefited to you in any way in your the preparations for the government service, so now for your preparation of a government service, so then please like and subscribe and share and give the comment below the comment box. Really, that will inspire to me to make more and more video that will be really beneficial for your preparation of government competitive exams. Thank you very much. Have a great